So what we've been talking about, this is the correction starting back in, say, mid-March, topping pattern, it's S&P 500. We had the correction, right? And then we had different moments in time throughout that correction where we had what? What are these called? I'll put them in yellow. Anyone? Anyone? Starts with a B. Starts with a B and ends with ounce. Bounce. Okay. Close. David. Yes. Have you forgotten the methodology that we teach here? Bounces. And if it's a bounce, then typically it's kind of short-lived. So as markets are coming down in this direction, you've got these little, bounces along the way. Why do they bounce? Well, for one reason, that particular market or chart gets oversold. As you can see, it gets a bit oversold, so it bounces. It gets a little oversold, so it bounces. It gets a little oversold, so it bounces. Breathe, Michael. It gets a little oversold, so it bounces. So those bounces can be tradable. If you are in a short, you should expect some of the bounces. Yeah, so if you are short in a market that is pulling back with a few pilots on, then these bounces are of no consequences, okay? You know that they're coming. In fact, those little bounces to the upside are potential opportunities to add to your trade, right? You do this and you go, okay, I'm going to go short here. As soon as, that's your initial setup, as soon as we break that level, boom, 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 that's my confirmation to go short. And so, boom, you short there. Now it's coming down, and what do you get? An oversold bounce. Badoom. What do? Do you panic and get out of your short? Not if it's a bounce. So you have to ask yourself, is this a bounce? Or is this a full-blown rebound where it's no longer trending down? It'll be something more significant than just a bounce. If it's a bounce, you have an opportunity to add to the trade. How do I know if it is? Well, if it gets rejected at a level of resistance and heads back down, then you know it was a bounce and you can add to the trade. If it breaks this to the upside, you might want to consider hedging if you don't get out of the thing altogether and wait and see if it takes out the next level. If it does, then it is a rebound, and then you exit your short, collect money on your hedge, and then reassess. If it does bounce and break through those resistance levels, then you know that it's a rebound. So if you look here, this was a bounce. Was it a true rebound? It was trying to. And for one day, it got above this 195 minute. This is a 20 period simple, 20 period moving average. These are the Bollinger Bands. It got through it for one day, but not really. This was a bounce, not a rebound. Another occasion, as markets are coming down, was this a bounce or a rebound? Well, it was for a couple of days, but it got rejected here at the 50. That was a bounce, not a rebound. Remember, this is a 195 minute chart, not a daily chart. I'm going to show you the daily in a second. This is a bounce. Is it a full rebound? Well, you got this huge movement up for part of a day, but then it pulled back. Retest, fail, nope, not really. Not really. Still a bounce. Stay in the trade. Get a hedge on just in case it turns into a rebound. This, however, is a rebound. Right? Doesn't it look different? Didn't it break through? It did, right? It bounced here, got an oversold reaction. It bounced to the 20 and stayed there. Now you're between the 20 and the 50. Big resistance level. Went right through it like it wasn't there. Could have closed the gap, didn't, kept going. Hit the 200. That's a test of the 200. It pulls back to the 20. And if it holds here and takes out the 200 again, that is a full-on confirmation that we are going further up. If it doesn't, and it breaks the 50, then the rebound is over. And now you're looking for the continuation of the next leg, potentially. But it didn't happen that way. It bounced off of here, found support. If on a retest of the 200, which just, by the way, happened to be the 20 as well, if it broke there and resumed and then took out this low, again, resumption of the correction. But it didn't. It stayed above it. That's how you know it's a rebound.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video from Trade With Me Now. Make sure to go ahead and like this video and subscribe to our channel so you make sure that you catch our next video right when it's released. Also, if you have a question or comment, please leave that in the comments section below. And of course, if you want to learn more about Trade With Me Now or join our community of profitable traders, go to tradewithmenow.com. There's also a link in the description below.